Let me tell you something about this song. I've been listening to it since it came out. I would be lying if I said that that level of hate and just like online chaos doesn't impact me. It does.
Well, when they stop coming for me, I will stop singing to them. You know, people go on and on about like you have to forgive and forget to move past something. No.
Number 11. Actually romantic. Taylor drops this low-key sugar-coated slap at Charli XCX like it's a glittery diary entry with bite. Charli throws out her jab on sympathy, is a knife-tossing shade like confetti at a Taylor-themed wedding with the line, "Don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show," clause fully out. Then Taylor strolls in sipping chamomile, responding with a breezy, "Actually that's romantic," which is pure sweet but spiritually a raised eyebrow. It's basically your hate is adorable, I'll make it cute. And then she delivers, "I heard you call me boring Barbie, when the coke's got you brave," a line made of polite TNT. It's peak Taylor deadly wrapped in pretty Charli aimed for existential drama. Taylor countered with polished Mean Girls cafeteria energy. The whole thing feels like a soft pink middle finger dipped in glitter, iconic in its restraint. Number 10. The smallest man who ever lived. This one is a heartbreak dagger disguised as a ballad, a razor blade plunged straight into the narrative of Matty Healy with haunting poise. Taylor sings through gritted teeth but velvet tones, sounding like a disappointed professor grading an essay written 5 minutes before class. The lyric, "You deserve prison, but you won't get time alone," earns a slow reverent clap. It's not her most catastrophic diss. It's too mournful, too inward, too musically lovely to be considered a true nuclear strike, but the emotional weight crushing in the best way. It's the sound of someone reclaiming her own clarity after a chaotic detour. With a man who thought he could dim her wattage. Petty, maybe therapeutic, absolutely. It's Taylor weaponizing reflection rather than rage, which somehow makes it sting sharper. Number 9. This is why we can't have nice things. Sparkling, sarcastic, champagne-soaked chaos. Taylor directs this glitter gun of a track at Kim Kardashian and Kanye West like she's narrating a royal tantrum, but an expensive tantrum with choreography. When she sings, "This is why we can't have nice things, darling, because you break them, I have to take them away," she slides into an "I'm not mad, just fabulously disappointed" posture that deserves its own Broadway spotlight. It's a hall pass card wrapped in venom handed over with a wink and a tiara tilt. You can practically see her shaking a rhinestone-encrusted finger. Not her angriest roast, but easily one of her most theatrical. It's petty musical theater, where the villain gets hit with a cupcake, a memorable, sparkly, and deliciously barbed. Number 8. Karma is Taylor's smug, shimmering victory lappin' anthem of pointed smiles and glitter-coated justice. You can envision her sashaying through life, gesturing at her enemies like, "Keep weaving your little web, sweetie." The implied translation, "Scooter Braun, your paperwork was messy, and my revenge is immaculate." It's not a scorched earth diss, more like a confetti cannon of passive aggression. The fun is in the cringy-cute confidence, the sing-along smugness, the sense that Taylor is giggling while exacting karmic retribution. It's sparkly, catchy, and dripping with self-satisfied triumph. You dance, smirk, and whisper internally, "Yep, karma clocked you." Number 7. Mr. Perfectly Fine, pure Swiftian exterminator energy. This fearless vault track shows Taylor strolling in with a clipboard and a smile, ready to professionally roast Joe Jonas. Lines like "Mr. Never Told Me Why" and "Mr. Insincere Apology, so he doesn't look like the bad guy" aren't mere shade. They're architectural, a whole mansion built out of receipts. It's funny, biting, and melodically infectious, a heartbreak mic drop dressed in rhinestones. Taylor doesn't just call him out, she curates his downfall with upbeat charm. Mr. Perfectly Fine, more like Mr. Perfectly Done.
Had a guy be like, "You're not gonna write about this, are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
Number 6. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, Taylor Swift's ultimate pop exorcism anthem. This track is basically a glitter-dipped middle finger spun into a chart-dominating sugar rush. From the moment she reenacts the call, "So he calls me up and he's like, I still love you," you know she's about to drag this man harder than a Real Housewives reunion episode. Then she whips out "You Would Hide Away and Find Your Peace of Mind" with some indie record that's much cooler than mine, which is peak Swift. Petty, playful, and secretly devastating. The repetition is the real weapon. It's a spell, a mantra, a battle cry for anyone who's ever dealt with a liar, a ghost texter, or an ex who only remembers your name after midnight. This song is Taylor stamping her foot, flipping her hair, and slamming the emotional door, while dancing. It's frothy, ruthless, ridiculously catchy, and possibly the sweetest chart-topping clapback ever recorded. Number 5. Mean Taylor Swift's Polly Tabutelful, Revenge Him, the track that strutted so haters gonna hate could eventually sprint. This one goes out to every critic, bully, basement philosopher, and keyboard warrior who thought snark was a personality. Someday it'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Remains one of the most satisfying lyrical karmic slaps in pop country history. You can practically visualize it, Taylor walking confidently down a sparkling New York sidewalk while some grumpy hater twirls uselessly in the background like a malfunctioning cartoon. It's Funny, deeply relatable, and the musical equivalent of sipping lemonade while serving immaculate side-eye with mean Taylor drafted the blueprint for roasting someone with elegance, twang, and a banjo. Big dreams, bigger growth, biggest glow-up. Clapback number 4, all too well, the cinematic mega clapback. This is Taylor at her most precise, crafting heartbreak into weaponized poetry. She doesn't just recount the past, she catalogs it like an evidence binder. Every detail, the scarf, the birthday, the careless keys on the counter becomes a velvetrap blade, and then she drops, "I'll get older, but your lovers stay my age." A line so cleanly savage it feels airbrushed onto glass. The 10-minute version transforms the song into a full-scale expose where each verse tightens the emotional screws. Add Dylan O'Brien and Sadie Sink in the short film, and it becomes half breakup narrative, half courtroom reenactment, half artistic roast conducted by Taylor herself. Painful, absolutely petty, deliciously so unforgettable without question. It's the Swift classic that burns politely and permanently. Number 3, Picture to Burn. Taylor in pure teenage country mode. This is earlier a Swift grabbing her acoustic guitar like a medieval blade and going after a redneck heartbreak who thought a rusty pickup and flimsy excuses equal charm. The iconic line, "I hate that stupid old pickup truck, you never let me drive." You're a redneck heartbreak who's really bad at Liengi's absolute teen fury perfection. What makes it legendary is the rawness. She sounds young, wounded, determined, and completely fed up. You can practically see her tossing the guy's keychain into a bonfire while strumming. It's fiery, funny, a little unhinged, and undeniably classic. Even then, she had the petty but poetic clapback energy fully formed. Number 2, Better Than Revenge. Taylor Swift's teenage villain origin story. Disguised as a pop-punk scorcher, this track storms into the room in studded boots, swinging a glitter-covered dagger at the ex's new girl with zero hesitation. The infamous line, "She's not a saint, and she's not what you think. She's an actress. She's better known for the things that she does on the mattress," remains one of the most explosive, messy, theatrical roasts of her early era. It's dramatic, chaotic, and deeply 2010, a moment where Taylor embraced full teen fury and turned it into a headbanging anthem that still sparks debate. It's not polite, it's not subtle, but it is iconic.
Think I'd bring up Joe, that guy who broke up with me on the phone, but I'm not gonna mention him.
Number 1, I Bet You Think About Me. Taylor Swift's roast that doesn't just scorch, it atomizes. This is the song where Taylor strolls straight into her ex's psyche, rearranges the furniture, props her boots on his emotional coffee table, and delivers a monologue of elegant annihilation. From the opening jab, "Mr. Superior, thinking, do you have all the space that you need?" She's already in full condescending queen form. Then she drops the velvetrap dagger, "I don't have to be your shrink to know that you'll never be happy." It's so refined, so casually lethal, you can practically hear her grin as she sings it. Her roasts are wonderfully specific. The organic shoes, the $1 million couch, the curated lifestyle meant to impress anyone, but her she slices through it all with the precision of a chef wielding a diamond-edged knife. Chris Stapleton's harmonies slide in, turning the whole track into a luxury-grade takedown, a couture burn dipped in country charm. People argue whether the target is Jake Gyllenhaal or John Mayer, but honestly whoever it is gets obliterated, not just dragged, ceremonially dismantled. Sharp, hilarious, and gloriously petty, it remains the uncontested crown jewel of Taylor Swift diss tracks.